Good day. Well, my name is Kaden Nadzokere, and welcome to lesson number 12 from my textbook, The Distinction Bound Student. Right. I also have grade 10, grade 11, and this is grade 12, and I also have business studies, grade 11 and 12. All right. So let's get down to the lesson. Right. As usual, we start by revising our homework. Right. Question number 1. Define the term business cycle. Okay, I'll use my favorite. Business cycles are successive periods of fluctuations in economic activity. Right, number 2, name the 4 phases. We have recession, depression, recovery, prosperity. Next one, which phase generally occurs when there's a widespread drop in spending? That will be a recession. The most severe downturn, which is seen by some economists as an inevitable part of the economy, is known as, that will be a depression. Which turning point marks the end of an economic depression? Obviously, that will be a trough, because the other one is a peak, and that one comes at the end of a, what do you call it? A prosperity. Yes. All right, moving on. There are the answers, so you can go through the answers. Yes, and mark yourself. Now, in this lesson, we're going to look at causes of business cycles. Right, remember we said business cycles are successive periods of fluctuations in economic activity. So we now want to discuss what causes this. Right, why is it that we don't have this? Just a smooth economic growth, or maybe just nothing happens, everything is the same all the time, nothing changes, or maybe a smooth downward movement. Why is it that we have something like this? All right, so that's what we are attempting to answer in this lesson. All right, let's find out. So first and foremost, we have a school of thought that says markets are inherently stable. So these guys here, they saying markets are stable. Oh, sorry, they say markets are stable. And they say fluctuations are caused by exogenous reason. And on the other hand, we have these guys here. They say markets are not stable. Naturally, markets are like this. These ups and downs are normal. And so we have different points of view. So let's find out who says what. Okay, that's the lesson. So there are different theoretical explanations for economic fluctuations. Like I said, these are exogenous factors and endogenous factors. So who says what? Right. The first one, it's a school of thought started by Professor Milton Friedman. Let me put it here. This guy here. He started this monetarist approach or school of thought in the 1960s. So according to him and those who buy his idea, and we call them the monetarists, according to them, markets are inherently, stable. Fluctuations are caused by exogenous factors. So exo is coming from a Greek word which means outside. So they say, let me put it here, they say markets are inherently stable like this. This is caused by exogenous factors. This is caused by things from outside. So if we come to think about it, we'll see that yes, there's an element of truth in what they are saying, because yes, there are things from outside. Like, look at it at this point in time. Okay, fine, you could be watching this video years from now, but you will obviously know this term, COVID-19 or coronavirus. Right, this thing is coming from outside. What is happening right now? We are seeing something like this. And so to come to think about it, then the monetarists were right to say markets are stable and fluctuations are caused by exogenous factors, because this thing is external. It's not internal. It's not part of a market system. So this thing is coming from outside. So it causes it causes a downward movement. It causes GDP to go down because people are in a lockdown. and so people cannot buy goods and services as much as they did. Businesses are forced to close. As I'm doing this video, we are on level 3. Of course, you'll watch this probably in future, but as I'm doing this video, we are on level 3 here in South Africa, and there's still a lot of restriction. Let me think. Clubs are closed right now. Betting is closed right now. You see, there are so many businesses that are still closed, and just because of level 3, some businesses opened. But if we were to move back to level 4, those businesses will be closed. Like today is the 3rd of March. The 3rd of June, and it's on the 1st. That's when we move to level 3, and before that, so on today's Wednesday, on Sunday, people couldn't buy alcohol, the whole country, and on Monday they opened it. So look, those who are manufacturing beer, they couldn't make money. So GDP for South Africa was severely affected, and that was caused by an exogenous factor, which is COVID-19. So yes, the monetarists were right. Right. External factors, e.g., government intervention. Now, these guys, this is what they say is the biggest cause of fluctuations. They say government intervention is the main reason why we have fluctuations. So according to them, they will then come to a conclusion that government should not intervene, but you'll see it just now. So they say government intervention in the economy is seen as a main reason, like I pointed out already. Yes, we have other things. Yes, we have natural disasters, we have weather, we have consumer taste, we have COVID-19. So we can also add pandemics here. Yes, as an example, because this one is a typical example and everyone will agree with this one. All right, so according to them, they say government should not intervene. So they say government should stay away, keep your fiscal policy, keep your monetary policy. So according to them, they shouldn't be National Treasury. According to them, they shouldn't be Reserve Bank. I don't agree with them on that one. I think government intervention is important. We have goods that are pure public goods. Those goods are non-excludable. Those goods are non-rivalry. So if government stays away, who is going to supply us with these pure public goods? I don't know the answer to that, because come on, I don't think it will be possible. So government not intervening, or maybe they mean government should not intervene in as far as prices are concerned. They must just be there for the provision of public goods. I don't know what they meant. But yes, I don't agree with them on this one. But there are other things that I agree with them for sure. All right, let's find out who else says what. Right, we also have this approach, the Keynesian approach. They say markets are inherently unstable. So these guys are saying this thing here is natural, but something from outside must actually come and smoothen this, something like this, and create something like a smooth economic growth like that. So these guys here are saying markets are inherently unstable. So they say government should actually intervene and bring stability in the economy. So we are having two different thoughts, two different mindsets. The Keynesian saying markets are unstable. The monetary saying markets are. And I want to pose a question to you. So which idea do you think the South African government buys? All right, they say here forces from within the market system cause fluctuations. So they say it's coming from inside. So there is a self-correcting mechanism. So they say markets won't, just happen like this, a long downturn. They say something is going to correct this, and they won't go up forever. Something will sort of correct this so that we create something like maybe a smooth growth maybe. They say. So they say there's a self-correcting mechanism in the market system that acts to correct any economic boom or recession. So you see here, I was correcting a recession. Here, I'm correcting a boom. So they say it happens naturally. That's what they say. I don't know what you say. Right, so Keynesians believe that these fluctuations are part of a market economy and government has a duty. So they say government is supposed to intervene. They have to implement a monetary policy. They have to implement a fiscal policy. We have these two policies here in South Africa. The Reserve Bank and the MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee, they are responsible for this one. And then on the other hand, the National Treasury is responsible for this one. So this one has two main instruments. This one here, that will be interest rates. So it's the repurchase rate, the repo rate, whatever. So we have the repo rate, which is the rate at which the Reserve Bank charges commercial banks for lending them money. And then we also have money supply, which has to do with the printing of money. Yes, we have banknotes, we have coins. So the Reserve Bank is responsible for the supply of money. So they can increase money supply, they can reduce money supply, they can increase the repo rate, they can reduce it. Right now, the repo rate is low. Obviously, you'd expect because, like I said, COVID-19. They want to stimulate economic activity, obviously. Right. On the other hand, we have the National Treasury having two tools also. We have government spending, and we also have taxes. So this basically is the national budget. All right. So you can agree with me that, yes, the South African government buys the Keynesian approach. And so examples are these, and you can have a look. And so these guys here, they maintain or they say that government should intervene. And they say if government intervenes, that will bring stability in the economy. I don't know if you agree with them or not. If you don't agree with them, it makes you a monetarist. If you do agree with them, it probably makes you a Keynesian. All right, so this concludes the lesson. And here's your homework. As usual, you can't just, sit at home and do nothing. We want you to do this homework. And then in lesson number 13, we are going to revise this. And lesson number 13 is going to be a very short one because it's kinds of business cycles. There isn't much to say there, just for you to know, these are the kinds. All right, as usual, I would ask you to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, make them know that, yes, they can learn and they can pass the subject. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next lesson.